Glen Campbell has led the kind of life people dream of. 3 decades of fame, tens of millions of records sold. But there was a dark side to his success, a story he is now telling in Rhinestone Cowboy. And Glen Campbell joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
The pride of Delight, Arkansas.
Delight, Arkansas, and that one something? Yahoo!
Many, many, many years ago. People talk about poor. You really were poor.
Yes, we definitely were poor.
Struggled to get out of that. You had an uncle who was in the music business,
Right.
had dropped out of high school, went out and played with him.
Right.
Next thing you know, you're in Hollywood working as a session musician.
Exactly.
And unbelievable fame hits. Big million-selling hit records. Your own television show.
Right.
Top-rated show.
Right.
And in the midst of all of this, you were what?
Oh, yeah, I pulled a boo-boo, you know. I mean, it really is. Drugs is such a killer. Look at poor Derek Strawberry now. I mean, just, you know, it's just ridiculous what it does to a human being. Unless you can just pull yourself up and kick it off and get it out of your system. You know, I quit cursing first, drugs, whiskey, and then cigarettes 3 years ago. Thank you, Lord.
Talk to me about being that famous, and do you know why at this point all of those things were so attractive to you?
Well, everything was attractive to me. I didn't know about the fame. I didn't know about what it was like to have people come up and grabbing at you and wanting this and wanting that and autographs and, you know, and having to have somebody around you to protect you from people who were your fans, supposedly.
Yeah.
But I think it was just a catch-up in the whole rigmarole, because it happened so fast. I mean, overnight, I was out of the country for 2 airings of the Summer Brothers Smothers show.
Right.
I come back into the country, and everybody knows who Glen Campbell was, which 8-9 days prior to that didn't know.
You didn't even exist.
I didn't exist, and then all of a sudden, here I am. Everybody in the world knows your face, it seems like.
Was it hard for you? I mean, as you were going through this, to be so popular? We can recite the lyrics to every one of your hit records.
You become, you know, you looked at through a microscope, I think. Maybe that's what it was. Just everything blowed into one. There wasn't really any one incident that I could say that drove me into it. Other than when the divorces started, you know, when the...
Divorces, now, help me out on this. How many times have you been married?
I've been married 4 times.
Oh, okay.
Lord willing, it'll be the last time.
The last time.
I'm one of those persons who has to have a mate, you know. And that's the way I was brought up. The reason I got married the first time at 17, I had to. You know? I mean, I honored my obligation.
But during some of those volatile times, some of the stuff we were seeing in the tabloids, especially like during the Tanya Tucker era, some of that stuff was in fact true?
Some of
just
it,
the volatility of it anyway?
Right. It was all fabrication, Harry. They made that up. I didn't exist then.
Tell me when you knew. Was there one day when you woke up, or one night when you went to bed, when you just said, this has got to end. This has got to stop.
It was one time. It was one time when I'd been up about 2.5 days that I realized, because Sarah had left with Dylan, and it was just like, and I didn't know where they were, and you know, I guess when you're under the influence of drugs, you do really stupid things. You know, and that's when I started crying out and praying to God, really seriously.
And you have a whole new life now. You have a wife named Kimberly and a bunch of good kids.
3 little kids. 10, 9, and a little girl, 7. And it's amazing. And it's the first time that, you know, here I'm 57 years old, and I get to raise a family. It's just fabulous. The Lord is so gracious.
Does it make it easier to sing now?
Oh, yes. You know, I sing with a happy look on my face. And since I quit smoking, I'm singing better anyway. I can sing as good as Mark now.
We've got 30 seconds or so left. Give me a little something.
Okay. I love this. Southern nights, have you ever felt the southern night? Yeah. Why, you're just free as a breeze, not to mention the trees, whistling tunes that you know and love so.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Harry.
Happy for your story.
Come up to Branson this summer. I think you get a whole new prospect of life up there.
I understand you hang out there a lot.
Yes, I do.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Harry.
5 before the